Please welcome the representatives of the 50th reunion class. Columbia Law School class of 1969.
I'm Aisha McHugh.
Hi, my name is Catherine Nunez.
I'm Marilyn Castillo.
As the co-chairs of the graduation committee, we are truly honored and excited to celebrate with you today. We know that we would not be on this stage without the love, support, and guidance of the many people who believed in us. So before we begin, we want to take a moment to thank everyone who has made this day possible. Our family, friends, educators, mentors, faculty, and the support staff that have continuously ensured we had a safe and clean space to learn in. Our friends and family that supported us emotionally and mentally, even when we started using phrases like de novo and res judicata. On behalf of the class of 2019, we thank you for your continuous support. It has truly been a journey. Class of 2019, you might remember that during orientation, Dean Lester told us to look to our left and to look to our right, and promised, unlike what was portrayed in the movies, we'd all make it to the finish line. So we'd like to task you with the same today. Class of 2019, look to your left, and then look to your right. We did it. Today marks the beginning of what the class of 2019 will accomplish. To begin this ceremony, please join me in welcoming Jillian Lester, Dean and Lucy G. Moses Professor of Law, to the podium.
Thank you, Marilyn, Aisha, and Catherine. Congratulations to the Columbia Law School class of 2019. As you sit today at the center of Columbia's campus, you are surrounded, quite literally, by concentric rings of friendship, love, community, and opportunity. Your classmates seated beside you have become lifelong friends. They've struggled with you, lent help in times of need, and become some of your closest allies. Beyond them sit your family and your loved ones. They're here today to celebrate you, and they take enormous pride in your accomplishments. But they also deserve recognition from you and from us for delivering you to Columbia and for their devotion along the path that led you here. Let's give them a round of applause. Beyond them lies a stunning campus of this great university. And not just a physical place, but a community of professors, staff, and students that's enriched you academically and personally. And Columbia, as you will soon come to learn, is also a community of alumni. Today we are joined by members of the class of 1969 who are here to celebrate the 50th anniversary of their graduation from Columbia Law School. Members of class of 1969, could you please rise so that we can welcome and celebrate you? And finally, beyond the gates of Columbia lies a great city, a place of astounding opportunity. By now, every one of you is a New Yorker, endowed with limitless possibility. So as we gather here today and celebrate your graduation and the start of a new phase of your lives, cherish the friendships you've built here. Honor your loved ones. Take pride in the Columbia University community of which you will always be a part, and draw inspiration from your time in this incomparable city. So great friends, great family, great institution, great city. That's a lot of greats. And in many ways, our world is consumed with the idea of greatness on an even broader scale. We idolize business leaders who can turn startups into billion-dollar unicorns. We venerate athletes whose prowess makes them the fastest, strongest, and best among contenders. We love rankings, well, most of us do, of schools, law firms, cities, even as we know that they can only tell us so much. We obsess over the daily musings of so-called influencers who festoon our social media feeds with tips about beauty, style, and happiness. The concept of greatness, it seems, is a shared value of our time, transcending identity, geography, religion, politics. Now, you may be wondering where I'm heading with this. Surely I'm not about to throw shade on the pursuit of greatness and excellence, am I? That wouldn't be so great, would it? But in fact, I am just going to throw a little bit of shade. And here's why. If we slavishly fetishize greatness above all else, we walk into a trap of false binaries. We risk adopting a mindset whereby anything short of winning is, by definition, losing. If we aren't successful, we fail. If we aren't the best, we're the worst. If we aren't praised, we're blameworthy. And while we may, in a sense, in our heart of hearts, know that this zero-sum outlook is a fallacy, we succumb to it all too readily. So what's the answer? That we all strive for mediocrity? Of course not. Instead, the challenge is to find excitement in the pursuit and mastery of excellence, while at the same time rejecting this trap of false binaries. It's one of the most important things you can learn. The ability to hold these two things in your mind at the same time. A kind of equanimity. Equanimity is a way of thinking that allows you to see more clearly that simple binaries can obscure truth. That life can be imperfect and yet joyful. An even mind, one that achieves equanimity, remains unfazed in the face of imperfection, cool in the face of crisis, undiscouraged in the face of disappointment. And conversely, it tempers you to receive your victories gracefully, with moderation instead of arrogance or swagger. To be clear, equanimity is not apathy, nor is it indifference. To the contrary, it demands discipline and attention. But this quality, if you can cultivate it successfully, will make you a better lawyer and a better person. Equanimity in the practice of law enables you to focus on doing the task at hand rather than fretting over how you will be seen to have performed. It helps you to learn from others without the distraction of internal comparison. It allows you to pick yourself up and carry on when you suffer a setback, and it gives you a measure of humility and perspective when you gain advantage. And so too, equanimity can make you a better and more engaged citizen. It's no secret that we live in a time of deeply polarized public discourse, where it may be all too tempting to brand everything that's not deemed right as woefully wrong, with the space in between crowded out completely. The degree you've earned today is the culmination of years, a lifetime even, of hard work, and dedication. When you walk across this stage, you might feel like you've finally achieved a measure of the greatness that has so long motivated you. And you have so much to be proud of. Take time to celebrate it and all the good things that will follow. But our world has a peculiar way of moving the goalposts. Sooner than you realize, you'll find yourself in situations that require much of you. Today's feeling of accomplishment may cede ground to a different set of ideals and priorities, a new and seemingly more impossible set of criteria by which to measure greatness. When those days arrive, and they will, strive to swim against the currents of a binary world. Try to hold your thoughts in equipoise, finding the evenness of mind to suspend judgment of yourself as much as others, and resist the temptation to seize upon simple bromides born of fear or discomfort. That's what will set you apart. Not society's version of greatness, but your equanimity in moments of challenge and in moments of triumph. Class of 2019, the world awaits you. I salute you, and I congratulate you. Thank you.
Hello, graduates, friends, and family of the class of 2019. My name is Will Cobb. As the outgoing president of our Student Senate, it is my honor today to introduce today's graduating student speakers. These two graduates were elected by a popular vote of their peers and will speak this evening on behalf of these two incredibly vibrant and accomplished student bodies. First, to speak for the JD class of 2019, I am delighted to introduce Pablo Zevallos.
Hello, class of 2019. There are so many people to thank for making this day possible. First, I'd like to thank the folks in the facilities department who built this stage and made sure the Jerome Green Hall was a safe and clean place for us to study in every single day. I'd also like to thank professors, administrators, staff, and all those whose work, seen and unseen, made this day possible. Let's give a round of applause to them. The last 3 years were a singular time to be in law school. It started off as you might expect. The August sun beaming on us over the orientation events on Revson Plaza, the nervous anticipation as we sat through welcoming remarks, the brief exchange of phones to facilitate Facebook friend requests, maybe even a bombed legal methods cold call. We envisioned a 1L year spent finding our footing and yearning to fulfill the sense of mission that brought us here in the first place. Yet, on one November night during 1L fall, uncertainty became tumult. We were bitterly reminded that the question of who gets to enjoy the full benefits of citizenship, the bedrock of our democracy, and the legal system we aspire to join, remains deeply unsettled. And as we looked at the outside world, we also looked inward. We questioned what it means as lawyers to uphold the rule of law when allegations of breathtaking wrongdoing permeate the highest levels of our politics, while young people awaiting trial languish on Rikers Island because they cannot make bail. We listened as many, including members of our own community, stood up and declared, "Me too." All throughout, there were some who learned harsh realities they never thought they needed to know, while there were others whose voices were finally being heard and even those who felt as though they no longer had to bear their sufferings in silence. But amidst the hurt and the chaos, fellow graduates, we rose to the occasion. In our midst, Class 2019, are people who went as far as the southern border to help secure asylum for migrants, including families who'd been separated from their children. People who were sick of mass shootings and helped lead the largest march against gun violence this state has ever seen. People who enforced the rights of low-wage workers and helped secure justice for survivors of domestic violence. People who successfully defended low-income people from unjust prosecutions and sentences. People who testified in state houses in support of key legislation. People who produced scholarship on new theories to hold government at all levels accountable for our constitutional rights. And people who were tired of the barriers facing women in politics and founded an annual conference to encourage women at Columbia to run for office. I watched us channel that same vigor and generosity of spirit that we had when facing the outside world right here in our law school community. Whether by sending someone notes when they missed a day of class, listening patiently and offering sage advice to a friend contemplating a major life decision, bucking up a classmate whose client faced long odds in a looming court date, and advocating on behalf of improved career support in every sector for future students. This is who we are. This is the class I am so proud to be a part of. This is the class that I have seen the last 3 years, durable in our compassion, relentless in our advocacy, devoted in our commitment to justice. And I cannot wait to see what we do when we set loose that spirit upon the legal world. Fellow graduates, regardless of where the next few years may take us, through pro bono and bar committees, advocacy, and perhaps our full-time work, each of us can fulfill the role that Justice Brandeis prescribed for us over 100 years ago, to be the people's lawyer. And as we take part in that work, we will face an age-old question. Should we fight mainly to secure the victories at hand, or should we be unyielding in pursuit of a world free from any trace of inequity or injustice? Although I don't propose to resolve that question tonight, I can't help but think of what others before us did who faced those same challenges in their own lives. Between fighting to make it through the here and now and fighting for a future worthy of their highest aspirations. And for me, I think about my parents. My mom and dad came to this country from Ecuador in the 1980s. One of Dad's first jobs was at the Grand Hyatt, back when it was owned by a certain developer with a Fifth Avenue tower that bears his name. And my mom fled the first place she lived in after she got to this country with nothing but the clothes on her back. My parents would eventually find steady work, claw their way to middle management, meet, and marry. But even as they found stability and started a family, they'd still make endless sacrifices, all in the hope that my little sister and I would never have to hold back from dreaming. Now, I get to graduate from Columbia Law School and to stand before you tonight. My family's story charts a course for all of us. In short order, we'll get to work with the world as it is, mending the damage of the last few years and making our institutions whole. But one day, long after this stage is broken down and the gowns get put away and the diplomas gather dust and office walls. Our communities will live in a world where their inherent dignity is affirmed, where people have the freedom and the resources to more fully be the authors of their own destinies. This future may not belong to us, but it is one we doubtless will help shape. That, fellow graduates, is our charge. Rooted in our history, grounded by humility, but unshackled from a poverty of imagination. We press forward, always holding close the poet's words that some work of noble note may yet be done. Class of 2019, thank you and Godspeed.
Thank you, Pablo. And now, to speak for the Master of Law class of 2019, I'm delighted to welcome Jonas Verneman.
What is up, class of 2019? What is the fair show? I also want to welcome all guests, faculty members, parents, family and friends. My name is Jonas Verneman. I'm a proud Belgian, and as you can see, European citizen. Go vote. I'm also those people's, right in the back over there, I'm also those people's son. And before I start, I would like to apologize for not telling you that this was going to happen. I also want to apologize for apologizing in public because I know how much you loathe being at the center of attention. Sorry mama en papa, ik hoop dat ik na vandaag nog welkom ben thuis. And please don't run out of your seats. Today I have the honor of speaking to you all on behalf of the beautiful, talented, promising class, LLM class of 2019. And the honor of speaking to my classmates. Dear friends, you are truly an exceptional bunch. The faces of the people around you glow with great expectations. Great expectations for you as children, as partners and parents, as lawyers, as scholars, as leaders. They want you to realize your full potential, to be the best in your field. They want you to be successful, to be happy, even wealthy, maybe even wealthy or powerful. Dear classmates, starting today, all eyes are on you. Naturally, we will fail to live up to these expectations. It is true, we will. There are only so many cases that we can win, deals we can make, brilliant papers we can write, movements that we can build, only so many hours of sleep that we can skip. More than once we will let ourselves down, disappoint our friends, our parents, our loved ones. And you know what? That is okay. It is okay because true failure does not lie in not living up to expectations. Failure lies in not trying, in not disrupting or breaking, in not mending, in not improving, in not imagining. It lies in closing ourselves off from the challenges we face. It lies in being blind to the responsibility that comes with our privilege. A Columbia Law School degree puts the world at our feet. It grants us access and credibility, credibility that others can only dream of. People look to and listen to Columbia Law graduates. People follow Columbia Law graduates. They will count on us to make the tough decisions, count on us to make the right decisions. But we will have to be vigilant, because too often the law has legitimized grave injustices. Too often academic, corporate, or political culture is used as an excuse for lawyers' actions. We can do better. We must. We are expected to. All eyes are on you. Fortunately, a single year at this school and among these JDs has given us new ideas, better arguments, sturdier skills, and a more precise moral compass to face future challenges. Most importantly, our time here has embedded us in this community so that we do not have to face that future alone. Over the past months, we met like minds, minds that we liked, and minds that we minded. We found people who understand us, people who get who we are, where we come from, and what we care about, friends who recognize the madness of being a lawyer. We made allies who understand who we love and why it shouldn't matter who we love. Soulmates who brought comfort because they've also been unfortunate, have also been ill, have also lost a loved one. This class, our class, their talent made us feel like frauds, shams, imposters. It was hard at times, but it was these same friends and colleagues who helped us overcome our fears, our insecurity. They took our minds off with music, movies, and plays, showed us their culture and ways. They set us back on our feet, sometimes set us straight. They kept us up till way too late. Their honesty and kindness set them apart. More than once we asked ourselves, do we really have to part? We do. But you will forever stay a part of this class, of this school. That bond does not end. Look around. From now on, wherever you go, someone in this crowd will be there waiting. Whenever you are in doubt, someone will be one call away. Whenever you fail, and you will fail, someone will help pick you up. You will be in our minds. We will have your back. We will be looking over your shoulder. We will keep an eye out. All eyes are on you. Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Marilyn Castillo, and I'm honored to present the 2019 Willis Ellen Reese Prize for Excellence in Teaching to the much-respected Professor Zohar Goshen, the Jerome L. Green Professor of Transactional Law and the Director of the Center for Israeli Legal Studies here at Columbia Law School. Each year, the law school student body votes and selects a teacher whom they believe best embodies the legacy left behind by Professor Reese. Professor Reese was a member of the Columbia Law School faculty who is best remembered for his charismatic style, unwavering commitment to his students, and dedication to teaching not only the letter of the law, but a deeper grasp of its spirit and meaning. The Willis Reese Prize is awarded each year to an exemplary Columbia Law School professor who exhibits a similar passion for educating the next generation of legal scholars and practitioners alike. Professor Zohar Goshen is one such professor. In fact, he is the only third repeat winner of this teaching prize. After receiving his LLB from Hebrew University, his LLM and SJD from Yale Law School, and serving on Hebrew University's Faculty of Law for 14 years, Professor Goshen joined the faculty of Columbia Law School in 2001 as a visiting professor and became a permanent professor in 2004. As a Columbia Law School faculty member, he has earned the reputation for making corporate law classes accessible, explaining material in a clear manner, ensuring students understand it, and encouraging students to develop critical thinking skills. It is both my pleasure and tremendous honor to present the 2019 Willis Teaching Prize to Professor Zohar Goshen.
It's a challenge.
Box is not opening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Meryl, for the kind and generous words. Class of 2019, families, friends, colleagues, and distinguished guests. Wow. A few days ago, someone wrote on LinkedIn that being on stage is like eating tiramisu. It's not. It is with great honor and happiness that I receive the Willis Reese Teaching Prize. I am extremely grateful. Teaching is my passion. And I feel fortunate to teach the best students in the world here at Columbia. I have many reasons to cherish this teaching prize, and I would like to share with you one of them. In 1949, 1 year after the establishment of the State of Israel, all the Jewish people living in Yemen were flown to Israel in an operation known as Magic Carpet. My parents, each 20 years old, walked 2 months to the secret airport to board the first and only flight of their lives, to start a new life in a new country. My mother, may she rest in peace, believed that the road out of poverty for her 5 children went through education. She made it our first priority, and every day when she came home from her job in a sausage factory, she checked our homework. It took me until 6th grade to notice that she was holding the notebook backwards. "You don't know how to read," I said. "Yes," she replied calmly. "And now that you know, you will teach me." And she learned. I thus would like to dedicate this wonderful prize to my mother and to all the parents and family members who support and encourage us to be the best we are. Thank you. When I told my 8-year-old son, Yair, he's there, that I planned to talk about my mother today, he said, "Why don't you talk about the people who are still living and loving you, like me, Mom, Ken, and Nadav?" Yair, I just did. I love you all. And a few words for the road, and words that I believe are the reason that you have chose me to speak. Some of you believe that your talent, hard work, and dedication brought you to this exciting moment, while others, like myself, are afraid that the register will suddenly announce, "Zohar Goshen, we are sorry. We made a mistake. You should not be here. Please step aside." Joking aside, this difference in attitudes reflects not just different levels of self-confidence, but also different beliefs about the role of luck in life. After completing my first law degree, I gained some self-confidence, and by the end of my 20s, I believed that 90% of what happened in my life was in my hands, and the remaining 10% was luck, bad luck. But the belief that in real time you can tell whether something that is happening to you is good or bad is often wrong. Sometimes it takes years until an event reveals its true nature as either a good or a bad thing. Now, in my 50s, I know that only 10% is in my hands and 90% is in God's hands. What are the implications of this realization? To begin with, you have to work the 10% that is in your hands as if it were the 100%. And as you do it, just remember that it is difficult to evaluate achievements or failures and their effect on your current or future happiness. Tying happiness to achievements is a futile exercise. When you do that, you start saying to yourself, I will be happy when I finish college, when I get into Columbia Law School, when I get rid of Goshen, when I finish law school, when I make partner, when I get married, when I make $1 million. Achievements are a moving target, and you will be doomed to live a life of pursuing happiness rather than actually being happy. Being happy is very simple and free, like enjoying a sunset, a child's smile, or a joke at your expense. Work hard, but enjoy the road that is your life. And what about the 90% that is in God's hands? You might say, there is no God. It is all pure luck, and there is nothing you can do to affect the dice. Of course, I'm not trying to make you believe that God exists, but you know you will burn in hell if you don't. But if you believe in any God, even in a non-religious God, how can you affect the 90%? My experience has taught me that there is only one way. Be a good person. There are many ways to do that. Embrace the one that suits you. You can do good in the world through public service, or through being the best litigator in America, or by founding a successful startup. You pay attention to your conscience, and you will realize the way you were designed to bring goodness into the world. Congratulations on earning your Columbia degree. It is an extremely valuable asset that will serve you wherever you go. I wish you good luck and a wonderful journey during your life. I will miss you. Columbia will miss you. So keep in touch. Thank you again for this wonderful prize and for honoring me with the chance to speak with you today. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Every year, Columbia Law School honors a group of its students for especially outstanding achievement. Through awards selected by the faculty, we honor students for their service in clinics, for their academic achievement, for their writing, and for their leadership in the law school community and in the legal world. You all have in your hands a complete list of our honorees this year. Right now, it is my privilege to recognize the honorees for 4 of these awards. When I announce your name, please stand. The Samuel Rosenman Prize is awarded to a student who has demonstrated academic excellence in public law courses and outstanding qualities and leadership in the law school community. This year, we have 2 remarkable recipients, Juliana Bennington and Haley Malcolm. Please stand. Congratulations. The Pauline Berman Heller Prize is awarded to the graduating student who has displayed the most outstanding record of achievement in the service of gender equality, as expressed by their coursework and by their contributions in the law school and in the broader community. This year's award goes to Lauren Matlock Colangelo. Please stand. Congratulations. The John Ordronneau Prize is awarded to the JD student with the highest academic average in this graduating class. This year's award goes to David Becerra. Please stand. Congratulations. And finally, the Walter Gellhorn Prize is awarded to the LLM student with the highest academic average. And this year's award goes to Victoria Ting Yue Xing. Congratulations to each of you and to all of the prize winners this year. Now, please join me in welcoming your class gift co-chairs, Jessica Choi, Marie-Marie Defay, Rishab Parekh, and Patrick Waldrop.
Good evening. My name is Jessica Choi. This year, along with Marie-Marie Defay, Rish Parikh, and Patrick Waldrop, I had the honor of serving as co-chair of the 2019 Graduation Class Gift Campaign.
Graduating from an institution like Columbia Law School carries an immense responsibility. It's a responsibility to give back to our communities and to our whole world. It's a responsibility to give back via our time, our knowledge, our advocacy, and our leadership, and of course, monetarily. With that, totally blanked out on all this. I feel like that was really the only thing that could happen with me coming up here. I'm too lax about all of this stuff. That's my problem, really.
That's why we're co-chairs.
Just covers up all of my stuff. Anyway, the class gift is about all of our class putting aside any petty differences and coming together as a class to honor that responsibility by giving back together to the institution that made us into the people that get to walk across this stage today.
Today, we are proud to announce that nearly 72% of the graduating class contributed to the class gift.
Please join me in giving an extra special thank you to all 53 of my classmates who decided to volunteer to donate time to help make this happen. And to the nearly 550 students that donated to the class gift. Thank you.
That's why I have a paper. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marie-Marie Defay. It was an honor to represent the LLM class of 2019 along with Rishab Devan Parikh. We feel privileged of being part of this amazing international community that has formed among our classmates as LLMs. And the class gift was a great way to show our appreciation and our gratitude for this unforgettable year at Columbia Law School.
As Patrick said, we're proud to commit ourselves in this long-standing tradition to giving back to this society, to the law school, sorry. That happened to me as well.
Special club.
We would like to thank all students, and especially those people who did not expect to contribute towards this, parents and student loans. It is with great enthusiasm that we present to you this scroll to Dean Lester. This scroll consists of the names of the 535 students who contributed, and thank you for all your support and leadership.
Hello, everyone. My name is Catherine Nunez, and I have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker tonight, Xavier Becerra. Attorney General Xavier Becerra was sworn in as the state's Chief Law Enforcement Officer on January 24, 2017. He previously served 12 terms as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives, and while in Congress, he was the first Latino to serve as a member of the Committee on Ways and Means. He has demonstrated a record of fighting for working families, ensuring the vitality of Social Security and Medicaid programs, and addressing issues that have an impact on job-generating industries such as healthcare, clean energy, technology, and entertainment. Attorney General Becerra was born in Sacramento, California, and is the son of working-class parents. He is the first in his family to receive a 4-year degree and his Juris Doctorate, both from Stanford University. He and his wife, Dr. Carolina Reyes, are the proud parents of 3 daughters, Olivia, Natalia, and Columbia Law School's very own member of the class of 2019, Clarissa. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce our 2019 keynote speaker, the California Attorney General, Xavier Becerra.
Catherine, thank you very much, and congratulations to you. To Dean Lester, the Columbia Law School faculty and staff, to all the invited guests and dignitaries, I wish to thank you for inviting me to be with you today. I came from California. I thought I would bring the 70-degree weather. I apologize to all of you, those of you who are not from New York and were not expecting this, but this is New York, right? And that's what makes New York special. And so we are thrilled to be here with you, but we really want to say more than anything else that we're thrilled to see these folks in these blue robes more than anything else in the world. 2019, class of 2019, this is your day. Congratulations to you. We've just heard about some of the outstanding achievements of many of these students. I have the distinct honor of being here both as your 160th commencement speaker and as a parent, as you've heard. So I know exactly how proud many of you as parents and loved ones are to see this special person here in this blue robe today. In fact, for me, it still takes a little getting used to being here. And I don't mean just here at this podium. I mean here at a commencement, because for my wife and I, it's a new experience to actually get to see people graduate from college. It's an even greater experience when you get to watch your children do that for the first time as well. And so we are thankful to all those who made it possible for those first-timers to be here today and to get to live that world that so many had partaken in the past. I also am thrilled to be here because by being asked to deliver today's commencement address, it was a clear giveaway that my daughter had graduated on time. And boy, did she graduate. I watched her nail it yesterday evening at the LALSA graduation ceremony. She was one of the speakers. We learned about many of the students who are graduating here at Columbia today. We learned about their many achievements, and we learned about so many of the firsts of some of these individuals. I know that your parents really want to make the most of this opportunity, being here today, especially if they are like my parents, who really, really would have preferred that I'd been a doctor. I chose to follow my own path, and yesterday we heard about a lot of folks of immigrant background who are told you should be a doctor. And while I never did get the MD, I did make it to AG, representing 40 million people here in this great country. They probably still would have preferred me being a doctor. Luckily, I married one, and so So did my daughter. I don't know what your parents dreamed that you would become. Maybe a doctor, maybe a techie, an entrepreneur, but I'm glad you chose this route. You chose to ensure everyone who wants legal representation will have it. You chose to protect the presumption of innocence. You chose to give people their day in court. I remember the first and only time my parents swindled out of some modest savings, years in the making, needed an attorney. He meant well, but he was way out of his league. Actually, he didn't know what he was doing. But that was all that they could afford. There aren't many options when you're a construction worker with a sixth grade education and a clerical worker with an accent. They put their trust in him, but he couldn't deliver. I couldn't deliver. I think I was a sophomore in college at the time, and I was the closest thing that my parents had or could afford to legal help. I tried, but I really couldn't give my parents the day in court that they deserved. Sometimes you fall, but sometimes you don't. You'll never know until you try it. That's why you have to test yourself every day. You did it for 3 years, and here you are. Now comes the big test. Some of you have already been doing this for well beyond 3 years. Just to get here, you went beyond. Like me, you may be the first generation American in your family. Like me, you may be the first in your family to attend a university. Or like me, you may have been the first to actually get to finish law school. Well, let me give you the well-known secret about firsts. They're better when you chase them. Don't wait. Ask Thomas Edison, Sally Ride, Sonia Sotomayor, Barack Obama. Ask the 1980 U.S. men's Olympic hockey team or the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers. 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers. I've experienced my share of firsts. I've been cussed out by a president. I witnessed 9/11 from our Capitol. I cast votes on war and impeachment. I have sued and beaten a president of the United States. And as I learned from my parents, not every first will be a success. But when you survive the verbal assault from the commander-in-chief, there's no insult or intimidation you can't handle. When you're able to confront the aftermath of 9/11, you learn to take no threat for granted. When you have to hand the American flag to the spouse of a fallen soldier, you begin to understand real sacrifice. In my nearly 30 years of public service, I have fallen a lot. I fought to stop discriminatory bans against gay marriage in 1996. I fought against the Iraq War in 2003. While we passed the Affordable Care Act in 2010, we came up short in achieving Medicare for all. And while we passed the DREAM Act for America's young immigrant dreamers through the House of Representatives in 2010, we fell 4 votes shy of overcoming a Republican filibuster in the Senate. But through it all, I learned the most important lesson: how to fall forward. How to learn from those missteps, to try again, and to get it right the next time around. Last month, I settled a case against Morgan Stanley to restore the pension savings of teachers and public workers in California who, like my parents, were taken advantage of. We recovered $115 million. And the president that California sued and beat, well, we've done it another 49 times. So far, California's been almost perfect in our challenges to the federal government, with more than 30 victories in our court rulings from several of those 50 cases. When this administration tried to take a woman's right to choose, we sued. When this administration tried to tell women they couldn't choose their own contraceptive, we sued. When this administration tried to tell us that we would undercount in the census by including a question that would keep people from participating, we sued. When this administration tried to tell Americans, patriotic Americans who wanted to serve their country, and were told no because they were transgender, we sued. And in each of those cases, we won a nationwide injunction to stop the administration from moving forward those policies, because it is important to defend those people's rights. That's a lot of cases, and it's a lot of unlawful behavior. And in California, we keep leaning forward. We are reminded every day of the importance of solid institutions, the kind that legal minds coming out of this institution build, and the kind that you need to protect. Your Columbia Law family is a storied one. Yours is a line of revolutionaries, of nation builders, of lawmakers. Your Columbia Law ancestors wrote the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Federalist Papers. They built the Treasury, served as the Supreme Court's first Chief Justice, and occupied the Oval Office. Your Columbia family steps up when the call comes. They helped codify and protect the rights of the people who call this nation home, rights that we are taking for granted, rights that are disappearing, rights that you are now charged to defend. It's your job to decide what that means. No pressure. I know you spent the last 3 years studying some of the most important storied cases in our nation's history and learning about the precedents they've created and how to follow them. But we must ask ourselves, who set those precedents? Who were they made to benefit? I try to ask myself those questions when I see failures of justice. When I became the Attorney General of California, I saw that people were awaiting trial in jail, even though they hadn't been tried or convicted, simply because they couldn't afford to make bail. That wasn't just. As your fellow alum, Chief Justice John Jay wrote, "Justice is indiscriminately due to all without regard to numbers, wealth, or rank." When I took office, the California Department of Justice was in the practice of defending the judges who made those bail determinations when they were challenged by the defendants. But I asked my team, what would happen if we stopped defending those determinations? We'd end up upending the entire system. So we did it. And today, California has passed a bail reform law that says, moving forward, pre-trial detention will be based on your danger to the public, not the dollars in your pocket. We haven't fixed our criminal justice system completely yet, but that decision was a powerful reminder to me and to our state of what can happen when we consider doing things differently than the way they've always been done before. I urge you, think outside the box. Take on new challenges. Think about opening doors. Lean forward. Fall forward. Be the first. My parents worked day and night to open doors for me that I couldn't open for them. My father still remembers the days when he couldn't walk into restaurants because of the signs on the doors that said, "No dogs or Mexicans allowed." So he and my mother made sure I knew what it was to work, that it was my job to do whatever I could to open doors for others, to make sure people weren't getting shut out by the law. I'm asking you today to do the same, to set new precedents, to open as many doors as possible. You didn't come this far and work this hard just to step in line, just to read the signs and do as they say. You are here not just to interpret authority, but to join in that great Columbia tradition of questioning it and shaping it, of righting wrongs and rewriting the rules. That's what leadership looks like. and it looks like asking tough questions and demanding honest answers. It looks like chasing those firsts and falling forward. It looks like stepping up to the plate. This country needs more leaders like that. FDR, Columbia. RGB, Columbia. Class of 2019, it needs you to be them. Today, you've opened a new door. I can't wait to see where you all will go from here. Perhaps John Lewis said it best, a dear friend and colleague in Congress and a civil rights icon, when he said, "You want to make change? You got to get into trouble. Good trouble." Or perhaps it's as the dreamers in America who are looking for the opportunity to come out of the shadows, who publicly come out and declare that they are undocumented and unafraid. Or perhaps it's as the poet Dylan Thomas once said in a poem, or I paraphrase, "Do not go quietly into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light." My friends, family, let us be the first to congratulate each and every distinguished member of the Columbia Law School class of 2019. They are the leaders of tomorrow. They will rage and rage against the dying of the light. Thank you all very much.
I am Inkonya Iwerabon, Associate Dean and Dean of Admissions. It is my honor and distinct pleasure to present to you the spectacular Columbia Law School JD class of 2019. Brian Acevedo. Matthew Ackerman. Stephanie Adamakos. Michael Adams Jr. Delia Adoyobo. Alan Atkinson. Zachary Amron. Philip Andriel. Joshua Anifawoshe. Caroline Armstrong. Saif Askar. Andrew Astor. Aisha Audu. Jason Alman. Helene Azizolu. Banil Babai. Sophia Bajaj. Ryan Baker. Nathaniel Bulk. David Baum. Tyler Balzar. Abraham Bain. Paul Barker. Samuel Bean. Lauren Beck. David Beiser. Preston Bell. Ivana Maria Bengochea. Benjamin Bennett. Juliana Lehua Bennington. Maddie Berg. Lauren Bergeson. Alan Berkowitz. Jessica Bernhardt. Alexander Bernstein. David Blackman. Jocelyn Blier. Zachary Blumenfeld. Alexandra Bodo. Anna Boltiansky. Alyssa Braver. Megan Elizabeth Brennan. Jason Bressler. Andrew Brickfield. Samantha Briggs. James Butler. Melanie Calero. Ilaria Samai. Christina Campbell. Ty Carlton. Kaylin Carney. Michael Carson. Lydia Cash. Melissa Castillo. Marilyn Castillo. Joseph Catalanotto. Natalie Cha. Chung Chan. Melanie Chan. Kyle Shermack. Elizabeth Chung. Jung Min Cho. Jessica Choi. David Cho. Quinn Christie. Dennis Chu. Bethany Clark. Sammy Cleland. William Cobb. Kirk Coleman. Frank Colaluri. Nicole Collins. Stephanie Colorado. William Combs. Matthew Conroy. Alyssa Costello. Timothy Kaufman. Michael D'Andrea. Ashley Dalton. Brittany Davis. Erica Davis. Michael Davis. Samuel DeBlacour. Teresa Dernbach. Rajdeep Dhaliwal. Min Kuen Ding. Rodolfo Donatelli. Adrienne Doucette. Matthew Duffy. Cedric Duquesne. Sakanya Dutta. Amanda Eller. Candace Ellis. Sarah Ahmed El Sharai. Brendan Ing. Agatha Erickson. Ungazi Esomonu. Shijwade Falade. Jillian Farrell. Daniel Feder. Shane Farrow. William Farron. Tyler Finn. Shlomo Fisher. Michael Fisher. Daniel Flaherty. Argemira Flores. Jeanette Foster. Xavier Foster Livingston. Thomas Jordan Fricks. Jacob Fritz. In Ting Fu. Yuhan David Fu. Daniel Fugelstad. Trent Fuji. Victoria Fidrich. Patrick Gallagher. Sophie Gandler. Megan Gao. Samuel Gelb. Rohan George. Jordan Giannoni. Allison Giebish. Scott Glass. Reginald Glosson. Jacob Gottschall. Evan Gottschur. Alma Gonzalez. Baldemar Gonzalez Jr. Leah Gopin. Abigail Gotter. Madison Grant. Ashley Gregor. Stephen Gretz. Elliot Grund. Carol Guerrero. Heidi Guzman. William Hancock. Riley Hanrahan. Duncan Harduck. Megan Harewood. Natasha Harnwell Davis. Annika Halvadar. Isha Avery Heisler. Ernesto Hernandez. Jessica Haymock. Rachel Higgins. Mitchell Hokinson. Ryan Holmes. Alana Horan. Ahmed Hossein. Richard Hughes. Nora Huppert. Joanna Huang. Joseph Eisenstadt. Eric Ives. Kendall Jackson. Sarah Jackson. Ankit Jain. Majesty Eve Hala. Corey Jansen. Musa Jamal. Mi Young Ji. Michael Jia. Lea Jiang. Ruyang Jiang. Victoria Jimenez. Caitlin Jacobaitis. Alexander Jones. Cameron Jones. Lisette Juarez Ceja. Shannon Calden. Jenny Ji-hoon Kong. Rathika Kannan. Matthew Kaplan. Caitlin Karpenko. Laura Keeley. David Kellum. Taylor Kelson. Clara Kent. Allison Kim. Hannah Kim. Janice Kim. Charles Klug. Kevin Kwai. Joshua Koenig. Jason Kaffler. Dominika Kovačičová. Tyler Krennick. Andrew Kuntz. William Kuzma. Courtney Lamar. Jeffrey LaRocca. Audrey Lai. Dylan Lee. Sang-ha Lee. Jennifer Brooke Lee. Kate Lee. Sung-won Lee. Michael Lemansky. Samuel Levinson. Lee Joran. Olivia Lee. Wendy Lee. Han Chao Lin. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Yadira Ramos Herbert, Dean of Students, to present the remaining graduates of the JD class of 2019.
Let's do this. Matthew James Liptrot. Alexander Edward Lloyd. Felix Martin Lockman. Warren Logering. Carolyn Lowry. Armando Lozano. Susan Liu. Perry Lumpkin. Sarah Lynch. Justin Moffitt. Iriana Malahuskaya. Haley Elizabeth Malcolm. David Manadum. Olivia Manny. Zayn Muradaya. Claire Marsden. Nicole Louise Mazziello. Lauren Elizabeth Matlock Colangelo. Sam Matthews. Lauren Maxfield. Caitlin McGough. Aisha McHugh. Margaret Zellner McInnes. John McNary. Thomas McTeague. Andrew McWarder. Elizabeth Birchmore Melgard. Tina Meng. Andrea Metz. Justin Metz. Jessica Metzger. Leila Galoblishvili. Ben Minkoff. Richard Mintzberg. Rashad Muhammad. Camila Victoria Moore. Zachary Morrison. Oyunkasola Muranya. Jordan Murav Goodman. Megan Murphy. Arthur Munshinsky. Satoru Miles Nagano. Henry Nam. Miriam Najum. Nicholas Narbutius. Baraka Nasari. Kyle Nelson. Jerome Newton. Samuel Nero. Yes, take your time, honey. Isabella Nolan in the squad. Catherine Nunez. Angel Wachuku. Priscilla Youngson. Nicole O'Donnell. Ruth O'Haron. Colin Patrick O'Neill. Catherine O'Reilly Jones. Joshua Aubert. Max Offsay. Chibundu Okwasa. Pauline Banosilulu Omiye. William Omorogira. Akosea Conado Owusu Achao, sorry. Oyatola Oyamimi. Yerin Pak. Sunga Park. Jeremy Patashnik. Shiv Patel. Allison Pearl. James Peterson. William Perone. Joshua Peng. Imani Phillips. Zachary Piacker. Hello. Anna Sophia Pernia. Thomas Joseph Placido. Michael Purcell. Shouting Chin. Prathyam Ramesh. Rachel Ramirez Guest. Aliza Rana. Daniel Resler. Clarisa Reyes Becerra. Robert Rhodes. Christian Ribeiro. Juanelle Riley.
Oh, I love you.
Love you too. Lindsay Rinskoff. Jessica Rowe. Katarzyna Robank. Christian Roberts. Tori Roberts. Natalie Robertson. Dylan Rogalin. Shane Rogers. Andrea Roman Gonzalez. Soshil Honoria Romo. Christian Boyd Ronald. Catherine Rooney. Kendra Rosario. Daniel Rosenfeld. Hillary Rosenthal. Harris Rothman. Monica Ruiz Villapando. Shinji Rio. Billy Sahachartsi. Adib Sahar. Matthew Science. David Saltzman. Sharanjeev Sundu. Victor Sandoval. Swara Saraya. Bozina Zarzinska. Sarah Schnaudenberg. Olivia Schomburg. Sophie Schuett. Noah Schwartz. Angela Roberta Liluna. Sasha Simak. Andrew Shanahan. Julio Sharp. Jennifer Sharp. Michael Sharp. Sandy Shen. Iching Shi. Sunho Shin. Hassan Siddiqui. Elvira Shivola. Kevin Sims Griffith. Samantha Simpson. Ruta Sheena. Alistair Smith. Edward Smith. Kevin Marias Smith. Kizin Smith. Cassandra Snyder. Paulina Sosa. Chantel Sutherland. Matthew T. Souza. Lauren Springett. Katri Stanley. Jet Stearns. Jeffrey Stein. Maximilian Elias Sternberg. John Hamill Strauss. Paul Stratton. Alexandra B. Studwell. Charlie Sucher. Gregory Sir. Sam Sullivan. Lauren Sun. Subark Shafrudin. Eric Tang. Sophia Noel Tarazi. Nicholas Tarnowski. Adrian Tarver. Margaret Taylor. Joseph Luis Pompeo Teresi. Conrad Talner. Kelly Tiu. Kent Toland. Emily Tu. Lisa Tu. Kyle Tuckman. Maya Uchima. Yiden Fabiola Urdaneta. Erica Van Horn. Abir Varma. Crystal Vasquez. Melissa Verne. Fabiola Vega. Alexi Thomas Villatoro. Mariah Vitale. Patrick Waldrop. Andrew Walsh. Nicole Walsh. Hanchin Wong. Jing Wong. Roshan Wasim. Sarah Wheatekamp. Dorothy Weldon. Rishiz Wijaiwa. Noel Williams. Adam Wilson. Maeve Wilson. Albert Wong. Taylor Wood. Erica Wu. Victoria Shi. Bojun Shu. Simone Yancey. Alexander Yang. Karis Yi. Tiffany Young. Yin Yu. Marie Zaldivar. Pablo Enrique Ceballos. Emma Zhang. Norman Zhang. Lisa Zhao. Kevin Zhen. Brooke Zhang. Chi-Wen Cho. Okay. I present to you the JD class of 2019. And it is my pleasure to introduce Dean Sylvia Polo, Dean of the Graduate Legal Studies Program.
Good afternoon. My name is Sylvia Polo. I am the Dean for Graduate Legal Studies, and it is a real honor for me to be part of this celebration of celebrating our amazing students. So congratulations to all of you. My first task today is to introduce the candidates for the JSD Doctor of the Science of Law degree. And they are Naran Popatanachai and Yelena Pribitkova. Congratulations to Naran and Yelena. I now have the great pleasure of introducing the candidates for the LLM Master of Laws degree. Raise it. Okay. Let's go. Gilat Abraham Zeifen. Daniela Adler Pimentel Duarchi. Lucas Adomait. Haruka Akiyama. Luis Eduardo Alcontar. Agustina Alfaro. Al Hanouf Abdullah Al Sultan. Melchor Álvarez de Mon González. Oh. Magnus Anderson. Sana Elizabeth Burris. Ana Maria Anderwald. Michael Hadi Ango. Carolina Arcil Campos. Victor Manuel Armero. Rahul Arora. Shamir Navid Arshad. Gabriela Bevilacqua Astofi. Stefan Avuak. Alejandro Awat Cherit. Marcus Barbosa. Marie Rosalyn Barrenachea Gomez. Nalin Bava. Edward Berg. Amy Toyin Bickersteth. María Sol Blanco Granada. Annabelle Bonnefond. Alicia Bowen. Nick Boyd Kane. Rafael Breves de Toledo. Lutfi Sa Putra Budi. Gerrit Bulgrin. Tommaso Caccioli. Eduard Kahn. Daniel Cardona Aranda. Susana Gómez Ramírez. Mariano Carneiro da Cunha. Fabiana Hosha Pasmaniki. Francisco Carrillo Mesinas. Carolina Castro de la Torre. Marlene Cervantes Rab. Roger Chow. Uyayu. Eduardo Sheres Pavia. Napa Sheide. Chloe Chow Young Chu. Ah Young Cho. Hyo Jin Cho. Hui Jin Choi. Regina Chung. Kwong Chun En Chow. Magdalena Sibils Madero. Antoine Cholfi. Antoine Cholfi. Víctor Díaz Vieira Clementino. Roy Cohen. Lorenzo Colombi Mansi. Santiago Corcuera Mansi. Rachel Cortés Gómez. Natalia Cosío Ondiviela. Yaron Covo. Marion Crépé. Han Wen Sui. Xiao Shuang Sui. Alexandria Demi A. Custodio. Lorenzo C. Martinez IV. María Gabriela Dávila. Eduardo Dávila García. Henri de Violet. Leonardo de Castro Coelho. Christine Genevieve Leonardo de Castro Lejano. Mao de Clavier. Lorenzo Frey. Marie de Failly. Sonia de la Fuente Pérez. Rodrigo Delgado Capcha. Meher Kanwal Singh. Poonam Preet Dave. Macarena Fernanda Díaz. Cristina María Díaz Bauluz. Arushi Dixit. Vivian Christina Elvers. Alexandre Estier. Taufan Sutanto. Yuan Fei. Thomas Flamont. Marcus Fu. Nicole Frey. Jan Friedeborn. Daniela Fritsch. Gerardo Fontanet Brunel. Monkbot Ganbat. Gauge. Stephanie Gascon. Juan Sebastián Gaviria Garlati. Archana Eliza George. Emmanuel Gebregergus. Judita Giardini. Fabian Glesser. Lauren Ann Glusman. Manuel González Garza. Lucia Grouet. Li Fangquan. Mariana Gita Campino. Ankita Gulati. Raghav Gupta. Milton Gutkovsky Kuyavsky. Noor Amina Haidar. Diego Hammerschlag. Hao Danyang. Stav Harel. Isabella Danielle Harris. Andrew Elias Hashim. Julia Cecilia Henninger. Alan Jan Hervé, Manfred Hein Arias, Eun-gi Hong. Oh, a Yankee fan. Hong Chen-ru. Chong Yi-yao. Jingbo Ho. Jennifer Howes. Daniel Herchika. Xie Yin Chie. Ania Shu. Tracy Hu. Hu Chung. Hu Jingbao. Xing U Huang. Julian Huertas Cárdenas. Amy Hutchings. Helena Engelram. Masayuki Inui. Mikel Irurita Campero. Mateos Wasano Ishigaki. Arturo Jacques Rendon. Thibaut Geoffrey. Guy Henry File Jones. Rachel Jones. Prakruti Yoshi. Guze Kabadaya. Yarden Kagan. Masaki Kakimoto. Pooja Ghanshyam Kane. Hisham Kantar. Pedram Karami. Petros Kareklas. Risa Kehaya. No, Kehaya. Kehaya, my apologies. Sana Khalid Tirmazi. Miriam Yas Khedair. Patricia Kerala. Yevgen Kodakovsky. Bo Kyung Kim. Olivia Kimbrough. David Knoble. Sehun Ko. Timotheus Ko. Salin Kongpaisan. Kompak Paisan. Martin Cosa Muñoz. Patrick Kratzenstein. Sibel Uranus. Thomas Kroger. Yusi Kuko. Yuhani Lautjerve. Grace Ann Cornejo Lazaro. Yechan Lee. Sharon Chor Q. Lee. Katarina Rhiannon Lewis. Sujia Lee. Yancy Lee. Raina Baum-Livson. Ivan Lin. Tian Yu Lin. Fernando Javier Liu. Hai Jing Liu. Francisco Jose Lopez Santi. Karis Lowe. Yuan Yuan Lu. Chong Ming Ma. Vitor Macabu Oliveira. Aisha Malik Camara. Fernanda Márquez Dalmas. María José Martínez Arroyo. Ana Martínez Valls. Álvaro Ángel Mateo Alonso. Alicia Matthew. Pia Matson. María Luisa Dominique Domingo Mauricio. Ricardo Medina Radilov. Ignacio Jorge Mendizábal. Rodrigo Millán Mearu. Olivia Minata. Anjori Mitra. Darshana Mitra. Johannes Mitterecker. Nidhi Modani. Tomás Moeremans. Sophie Molanu. Bernardo Ohanian Monteiro. Diana Carolina Moreno. Haruka Mori. Diego Muñiz Madico. Camilo Martín Muriel Bedoya. Wow. Kosuke Nakamura. Kosuke Nakamura. Okay, we'll wait. Michael Johannes Natrat. Peter Neubuck. Daniel Newton. Liam Richard Nichols. Anna Nordlander. Carolina Núñez Barrera. Laura O'Brien. Thomas Obersteiner. Ngozi Okidebe. Fumihiko Okumura. Hidetomo Omizu. Vincent Ong. Wanhui O. Shira Palti. Sean Pan. Akash Pawar. Rishab Devan Parekh. Samarth Raj Bhupendra Patel. Alex Ann Patterson. Doron Pear. Ralph Peer. Marcos Perales Mellado. François Caroline Perrick. Laure Pfeiffer. Estelle Marie Picard. María Camila Pineda Noreña. Camila Poggiani. Finn Roman Paul Volbeck. Agatha Christie Ramos. Fabrizio Rapicano. Shika Raval. Sandra Redivo. Joao Rocha. María Natalia Rodríguez Pastrana. Tae Young Rowe. Bruno Rosenbaum. María Ángela Ruz Ocaranza. Tatiana Saad Salish. Daniela Sánchez. José Ignacio Sánchez Aedo Concha. Jacobos Sarmas. Fumihiko Sawada. Lorit Schummers. Nelly Schön. Mark Sia. Joshua Michael Seeley Harrington. Tatiana Segura Rey. Stefano Stavros Serfas. Tavisha Sharma. Roy Sim. Eugenia Simón Garcia. Barnabas Shimon. Malika Singh. Luke Sizer. Lorenzo Sordi. Renzo Víctor Sotomayor Díaz. Jose Sporer. Arthi Sridharan. Jeremy Robert Stewart. Kate Stone. Rohit Sud. Hirokazu Sueoka. Hong Sun. Justina Shtekala Liharevska. Naoko Takashima. Shreya Talanje. Audrey Eva Marie Tasso. Joshua Teng. Eric Tilian. Victoria Yue Shin Ting. Nicholas Trout. Clemens Streichel. Cindy Isan Ung. Juan Pablo Vargas. Jonas Verniman. Bárbara Vidal Gires. Aruna Vithyananthan. Aruna Vithyananthan. Pamela Giselle Vivas Santos. Angela Wallace. Lara Wallace. Chung Kai Wang. Dongjia Wang. Jue Wang. Wang Luetao. Ronan Wang. Ian Dan Wang. Vincent Wong. Min Ji Wu. Zi Xuan Kora Wu. Shue Yanan. Yasuki Yoshie. Bernardo Zaran Hashe de Almeida. Matthew Gregory Zellner. Jevria Zendieli. Junmei Zhang. Sidi Chung. Alexander Zundel. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce the Columbia Law School class of 2019!
All right, guys, before following the stage party to the recessional, you can do better. I want it nice and loud. You finished 3 years or a 1-year degree today. Nice and loud, throw those hats, lots of energy. Let them know who you are.